So I am in Homewood, Illinois, my hometown actually, and that's not just why it's called Homewood. But anyway, this is Illinois Central 9426, which is preserved alongside this locomotive, Illinois Central 8408. Illinois Central is now owned by Canadian National Railroad, and Canadian National's U.S. headquarters and training facility is right here in Homewood, actually. So this is historically significant for Homewood. There's also what used to be an Illinois Central maintenance facility is now part of Canadian National's maintenance facilities. And incidentally, somebody who had lived in the house that I currently live in apparently was an Illinois Central employee, probably back in the early 1960s. When I bought my house in 2008, I found an Illinois Central paycheck stub sitting in the garage, which I have pictures of. I'll make sure I include those in this video. But anyway, this caboose and its locomotive have been here since before 2008 when I moved here. I'm not sure when this was placed. I know that this was moved to its present location from what is now the parking lot by the Metra/Amtrak station that I am showing right now. The Amtrak station is just in the distant background there, maybe about a block south of where I'm looking, and that was built in the 1920s, refurbished just a few years ago. Did a pretty nice job of refurbishing it. But at any rate, definitely no getting inside or even up on the platforms of this caboose because of this wrought iron fence. That said, this caboose is sometimes opened up for local events. There's a Halloween storytelling night that's done here periodically. As far as its history goes, it was built in February of '72, so only about a year or so after I popped out. But anyway, here it is, center couple of caboose. I've seen inside it. I've been inside it for some of those special events that have been hosted here, and it's in pretty good shape inside. In honor of Joel Kroll, Hobo Joe. I actually don't know who that is, and I probably should, seeing that I'm a resident. Here's the other side of it. Same as the side I just showed. And was repaired by Homewood Auto Body. It's very interesting. I wonder what it would have been like for mechanics who typically do auto body repair to work on something that's probably 15 times the size of a typical car. But there are the steps that are used for gaining access for special events. I've been inside the cab of this locomotive as well, 8408. It's an EMD GP series. I want to say either GP9 or GP18. I'm not 100% sure. I believe it was rebuilt in Illinois Central's Paducah, Kentucky shops at one point in its history. And here is the front of it. Off to my right, so just east of this static display, is the Metra platform. Beyond that, which we can barely see, is the Amtrak platform. And then that double stack rolling by is Canadian National Trackage, formerly Illinois Central. That's just past the very south end of their intermodal yard, or actually their mixed freight yard. Their intermodal yard is still north of that. So, yeah, there you have it. Homewood's pride and joy, Illinois Central 8408 locomotive, and I'm already forgetting the number. I have to walk up to it. Yeah, Illinois Central Caboose 9426. So this fine trio of rolling stock is in Griffith, Indiana. There's also a 5-way railroad junction over here that is busy, very busy, like, a few dozen trains a day, I believe. Also a big railfan site. I've shot a lot of videos here, but also there is the old control tower over here, and then there is an old depot that is the home of the Griffith Historical Society. Been inside it once. There's a train museum in there. It's very nice. Closed today, unfortunately, but anyway, this is really all about the Cabooses. So this one is Elgin, Joliet, and Eastern, again, the Chicago Outer Belt Railway, number 503. And let's see what they say about it here. So this one was donated in 1995 through the auspices of then EJ&E General Superintendent Mel Turner. Remains as it was when it was a working caboose. I have actually gotten to see inside these cabooses in the past. They do sometimes open them up for special events, but they are definitely not open today. And with the windows smoked the way they are, we really can't see inside the thing. Here's a closer look at the railroad junction. I've actually have shot videos standing right on the end platforms of these cabooses. And there's the other side of it. This green car in the middle is a troop sleeper, I believe World War II. I've seen that open for special events as well. Let's see if I can get in over here. Nope, this end is also locked, and with the smoked glass, won't be able to see anything inside, unfortunately. Over here at the other end of this trio is an Erie Lackawanna, I think it is. It's a transfer caboose, so just used for short runs. No accommodations for the crew to sleep in. It's number T197, also marked for Griffith. I've seen this open for special events as well. And then, yeah, they have an old flat car over here. Those handrails are something, that's a new addition. I don't know if this had been used as some kind of a stage for outdoor concerts or what. I don't think it's part of the original construction. And then, of course, way over on the end is a boxcar. This is what T197 looks like from the end. See if we can see anything inside it. Yeah, locked up in smoked glass, just like the others. Well, see a little bit in there, I guess. Barely. Toolboxes kept outside the caboose on the end platform. I filmed trains going by from this end platform as well. Yep, other end of this is locked, figures. And once again, smoked glass. Been seeing that a lot on these older cabooses. This here is the troop sleeper, also locked. And here's a closer look at the troop sleeper, the side away from the tracks. It's a Pullman troop sleeper, number 8731, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure is World War II, not World War I. But there's a lot of other interesting stuff around this park. This little thing that I'm heading towards is railroad phone booth. And these were relocated to this park in 1996. There's another one of these way over here at the opposite end of the park by the control tower. Might as well take a look at some of the other stuff over here too. They have an old electrical cabinet out here just as a display piece. That's the piece with 4 doors that I'm heading straight towards. And this is an electrical shed, outdoor shed also for railroad electrical equipment. Switch signal, another one of these phone booths. Also donated in 1996. Nothing inside them now. And here's the control tower. The interlocking tower. In 2000, let's see, yeah, so this was phased out and closed on December 31st, 1999. Was built in 1924. Yes, I'm kind of reading through this backwards here. And this was placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2003. And then formally dedicated in 2004. Here's the historical marker. I have actually, in all the times that I filmed trains over here, I have never tried going up the stairs. See what kind of view I get. Oh yeah, this would definitely be a good spot to film from. Can't believe I haven't thought of it before. So anyway, that's what's here in Griffith. Thanks for watching. So I just stumbled upon this funky old caboose just west, a few miles west of Valparaiso, Indiana, along US 30. You can probably hear all the traffic behind me. Don't see any markings on this yet. Looks like it hasn't really been restored. Can't tell what railroad it once belonged to, but see if I can't get a closer look at it. So this is parked on trackage that was obviously put down just for this caboose. This is not part of any functioning railroad. Pretty overgrown. Don't see any way that I can get up into the thing easily. No steps. A lot of weeds. Yeah, a couple of windows on the cupola are boarded over. These are old trucks. The, I believe, friction-bearing kind, with those covers that have to be flipped open for lubrication. These are some tall weeds. No builder's plate that I can see anywhere. That little thing there looks like that was some kind of a vent that was covered up. Yeah, it looks like the steps at the other end have been removed as well. So, no easy way to get up inside this thing, unfortunately. This is as far as that section, this section of track goes, about where my foot is. It almost looks like somebody acquired this with the intention of restoring it or doing something with it, but they never did. Ugh. Ah, these are some serious weeds. And no steps here. So I'm really not going to be able to get up onto the end platforms to have a look inside, unfortunately. Okay. 4/20. Can't really tell if that's supposed to be a month and year or if that's lingo for Mary Jane. Who knows? It's the only marking I found on this thing so far. Other than this. Yeah, that's it. No markings of any kind that I can find. Well, one of a couple of windows is busted out. And that is a full walk around of whatever this caboose is. And I don't see anybody around that I could ask. This is not part of a museum or anything like that I can tell. So, if anybody recognizes this, please PM me or leave a comment. Thank you.